Jason here, just doing an update video. It's 4 months, over 4 months without Kratom. It's Monday today, last Friday was 4 months, and it feels really good to be at that point. I mean, that's a third of a year, and I'm really starting to get some, a lot more stability emotionally and structurally in my life. Not such an intense experience with the emotions. Like I've really developed that mental muscle to withstand anxieties or down thoughts and not be victim to my emotions, not be victim to feelings. Kind of really learning how to put feelings in their place. They're a necessary part of life, but we're not to live by feelings. That's not a good thing to do. I mean, it's frivolous, really, because there's so much more to life than our feelings. There's so much more vastness and more importance and more value than just how we're feeling. I mean, like, it's really selfish to focus on how I'm feeling 24/7 like I used to. I'm not downplaying emotions. Sometimes when you feel things, they can be signals to change something, right? You can't always trust your emotions. They can play tricks on you to make you, fall into temptations, fall into old patterns that don't serve us in any way, So that's just something I'm really, really growing in and thankful for. And back to, I know I mentioned structure. I'm getting more structure in my life, and understanding the importance of structure. I live a really busy life. I have random hours at work. I'm on call. I don't know what time I'm starting. I don't know what time I'm getting off a lot of days. And, and I have things going on almost every evening, whether it's martial arts class, whether it's Celebrate Recovery program, whether it's meeting up with somebody, whether it's church plans, hanging out with family. So I'm really understanding the importance of structurizing and developing healthy routines instead of just flying everywhere, and just however the day goes is whatever I end up doing, and it's not really healthy to live like that because it's stressful, right? So I'm really starting to try to get more routines, healthy habits going in my life, and really, really learning more about self-control as well. And like, self-control is such an amazing thing, and I've got a lot of work to do with that, with like self-discipline. Self-discipline and self-control are really related, right? Like, for example, like doing what I should do when I should do it, regardless of how I feel. Like, that's a muscle we develop, right? And the more we don't do that, the more because that's how I really lived the last few years, man, was like only doing what I felt like doing. I mean, yeah, I would do the basic stuff that had to be done. Like, I would have to do laundry when I ran out of clothes, right? Because I didn't have anything to wear. So, like, I had to do that. Stuff like that. Like, I'd wait for things to, like, have to get done to finally do them, right? And it's just like, it's such a terrible way to live that I used to live like that. It's crazy, you know. So now, you know, I'm in the process of developing that muscle of self-control, if you will. You know, the more we do what we should do when we should do it, you know, consistently, the easier it is to do that, right? You're developing a habit, you're developing a routine that will start to work in our benefit. You know, habits, they create momentum. They, you know, that's like a lot of addictions, right? You're stuck in a habit, and the habit kind of does the work itself. You know, like there's a lot of times we're in bad habits and we keep doing things we don't even want to do because it became a habit, right? So habits can be powerful for positive as well. Obviously for negative, you know. But so I'm just really focusing on like, because when I put stuff off, when I know I should get stuff done and don't do it, you know, I feel lousy, I feel down, I feel like weak, you know. And when I do those things, you know, I push through, like the not wanting to do it feeling, like, I just don't want to do this. Like, shut up, Jason, shut up, and you're gonna do this. I don't care how you feel, it's irrelevant. This needs to get done, let's get it done. You know, like seriously, like I'm really getting more to that point. I can't say like I get everything done when I should do it. Like I'm not even close, but I am getting better. And that's just living in sobriety, man. Like living, like it's still so new to me. Like 4 months is, it feels like a long time, but at the same time, it's not really even that long. So I'm still learning how to walk in sobriety, walk with handling emotions and handling natural ups and downs naturally and healthfully. You know, one really good thing is just sitting there and, you know, just sitting, be still. Just relax. I know sometimes we're always stressed. We don't have time, you know. But if we don't have time to sit there and just relax, like meditate, like that's a signal that we need to do that the most, right? You know, like someone that says, "Hey, I don't have time to meditate," well, then that means you really need to meditate. You know what I mean? If you don't even have time, I look at meditation or just sitting there, being still, you know, taking a break. You know, Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." So sometimes when we just get in chaos and, you know, things are going on, we're just getting stressed, we're getting anxious, we're getting worried about how things are going to play out. Just stop, time out. I'm just going to sit here and just be still. I'm not going to worry, I'm not going to think, you know. I know, yeah, our minds are constantly thinking, but to our best, to the best we can, just sit there and just like try to just take a break, take 10 minutes, take 20 minutes, just sit there and observe your thoughts. You know, if you catch yourself thinking about negative things while you're taking this meditation break, then be aware of it and start thinking of something better. You know, I tell you, like, you know, when we're at work, we take lunch breaks, right? Why don't we take breaks in life? A lot of times the breaks we do take is drugs, you know, using, drinking, you know, going out, partying, you know. It's no wonder why everyone is in a better mood Friday, because they get a break from the work week. But they're still not taking a break from life, you know, like that's what just sitting there being still, meditation, prayer, is so important. Because we'll take breaks from work, but why don't we respect our life and take a break from life in a healthy way? Like, I used to take breaks from life by, smoking weed and all these other drugs, and that's it's a form of cheating. It's a crutch, and I don't want to rely on anything outside of me besides God. I don't want to rely on any substance, any chemical. I don't need it. I'm done living that life. So, when things get hard, when things get stressed, I'm thankful to know that I can rely on God, that I can just be still and trust Him. And He's had my back this whole time. He helped me quit weed. He helped me quit Kratom. He helped me get to this point where I'm at now. And I tell you what, if I couldn't lean on God, I could not be here. I'm just being real. There's no way I'd be able to make it this far. Not even close. So it's cool to know that there is something we can lean on, which is the creator of the universe, the creator of all humanity. So what better thing to lean on than that? I mean, you can't even compare it to anything, But that's the thing, is like, He's not just going to make everything sunshine and rainbows for us. Like, we need to, in the book of James, it says, consider it great joy when you're facing trials and tribulations of many kind, for that develops growth of character, which develops perseverance, which develops strength. It's like, sometimes God wants us to push through these hard times so we can grow and develop and be strong and be sturdy and be able to handle bigger and more stressful things that life is going to bring at us. He doesn't want us to live weak. He wants to give us strength. So sometimes we ask, like, God, why am I going through this? And it's like, some things we don't have the answer for, but a lot of times we should be thankful for those moments, because that's when we're growing. I know it's not enjoyable in the moment. Like that, through the last 4 months, man, I've had a lot of really unenjoyable moments. Really had moments where I just wanted a break by getting high, by just wanting to feel better, by getting a release of some sort. And I didn't give in to those emotions, because it's not an option. I'll be 31 Saturday, and I'm really starting to think about life in a more serious perspective. Like, to be honest, growing up, I thought I would be a lot farther off in life. I thought I'd be in a lot better place than I'm at right now. But I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to let it get me down. It is what it is. It's time to get serious. It's time to work. It's time to embrace the pain and grow and push through my fears and not run from them. It's time to face life head on. I'm not running from nothing anymore. So, yeah, guys, I just appreciate you. I'm just so thankful to be at this point, and it's just starting to get good. It's starting to get, I'm starting to get traction now, and traction in life instead of spinning my wheels. And really, at 4 months, I can imagine 8 months. I can imagine a year from now, man. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing where I'm at, because I'm growing, man. It's not always easy. But another last thing here is another cool thing. It's like using, being on Kratom, smoking weed, whatever, being on anything, like living by my emotions. My vision would be like so shallow, right? And so limited, right? But now, like, living in sobriety, like, perception widens. And not only does perception get wider, like, your vision for the future gets farther. You know what I mean? Like, your perception widens and your vision, you can see farther. You can see life through a perspective of things farther out, rather than living so shallowly, like just living to feel good today. You know, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. So anyways, that's all I got right now, guys. Appreciate you. God bless. Take care.